There comes a moment, chosen one, when the silence of heaven breaks like dawn after a long night, when you have waited, cried, prayed, and nearly surrendered to the weight of not knowing what comes next, and suddenly God leans down and whispers, "It starts now." That voice doesn't roar like thunder. It hums softly through your soul, trembling against the walls of your heart, saying, "Open it quickly. The time has come. For too long, you have carried promises wrapped in dust, visions sealed like letters never mailed. You have doubted whether heaven still remembers your name, whether the same God who painted your dreams with golden strokes would ever allow them to come to life. But now the atmosphere shifts. God says, the waiting season has expired. The soil of your suffering has given birth to purpose. The heavens have aligned. What once felt delayed was only being refined, and now it starts. Do you feel it? That trembling beneath your ribs, that strange awareness in the air? That is not anxiety, it's awakening. God is stirring your destiny. The things you thought were lost were only hidden for this appointed hour. You cried because you thought he forgot you. But he was preparing the foundation so that when the door opened it would never shut again. You must understand, beloved, when God says open it quickly, he means do not hesitate, do not look back, do not allow fear to bargain with your obedience. There are miracles folded inside the moment you act. The same God who called light out of nothingness is calling greatness out of you. The hour is holy, and heaven waits for no hesitation. What God is unlocking now was meant for your hands and your hands alone, you see. Every tear you cried watered the very promise you're about to hold. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every lonely night was not in vain. It was all building a spiritual muscle strong enough to lift the blessings that are coming. You have been tempered by trial and purified by patience. God didn't punish you by making you wait, he protected you by preparing you. Because blessings that come too soon can become burdens. But now your spirit is mature enough to hold what's divine. So when God says open it quickly, it means that the blessings you've prayed for are no longer in preparation, they're in delivery. Heaven's warehouse has been emptied for your sake. Doors that refuse to move are now trembling under divine pressure. The locks are melting, the barriers are breaking, and the winds of God are blowing the hinges off old limitations. It starts now, not tomorrow, not next month, not someday when you feel ready. It starts in this very breath, because the Spirit of God does not need perfect conditions to perform miracles. He moves in midnight hours, in dry deserts, in hearts that feel unworthy. You don't need to be qualified, you just need to be chosen. And you are. That's why the warfare was so fierce. That's why the attacks multiplied. The enemy knew that your release was near. He wanted to distract you long enough for doubt to make you miss your moment. But oh, the joke is on him. Because the same pain he used to destroy you only made you more alert to divine timing. You have learned how to recognize the whisper of God even in the chaos. You have learned how to pray when your voice shakes. You have learned that power doesn't always come from noise. It often comes from stillness. Chosen one, do not underestimate the holiness of now. Every second is sacred. You are standing on the edge of divine manifestation. Everything you lost is about to be resurrected in greater form. The friendships that fell away, the doors that closed, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, all of it will return, not as replacements but as revelations. You will see why you had to lose certain things, because they couldn't survive the light you're stepping into. God was not taking from you, he was clearing space. You are entering a room designed specifically for your spirit's growth, not your comfort. And inside that room lies the very thing God is telling you to open, quickly. Because hesitation kills momentum and fear delays miracles. Open your heart to love again. Open your mind to possibility. Open your hands to receive what's been waiting in heaven's queue. God is saying, you have prayed enough. You have prepared enough. You have survived enough. Now act. The time for faith without movement has ended. You cannot stand in the doorway of destiny afraid of its light. Step in, step boldly. Step knowing that you are escorted by angels who have long awaited this hour. Every breath you take from this moment forward echoes through eternity as evidence that God kept his promise. You thought the chapter was closed, but the author has picked up his pen again. The story continues, and this time it ends in glory. This is the moment when the pain finds its purpose, when the past bows to the present, and when the future stretches out its arms and says, welcome home. And when he says it starts now, he means your calling, your healing, your abundance, your freedom, your restoration, all of it. No longer fragments scattered across time, but a whole picture unfolding in divine sequence. What was once confusing now makes sense. The roads that once diverged now converge into a single path of clarity. You will understand why the delay had to happen, why the betrayal had to come, why certain people had to leave. you will realize that every unanswered prayer was an answer in disguise. God wasn't ignoring you, He was upgrading you. He was building the version of you that could walk through the promise without collapsing under its weight. And now that you are strong enough, grounded enough, and faithful enough, it starts. There's a divine acceleration coming upon your life. What used to take years will happen in months. What used to require connections will now flow through favor. Heaven is speeding up the process because time owes you restoration. You didn't waste those years, they were being recorded as investment. God will not just return what you lost, He will multiply it. The same ground that once rejected your seed will now yield fruit with ease. The same people who overlooked you will now look up to you in awe. The same doors that were slammed shut will now swing open as if they never had hinges. And it will not be your doing, it will be God's fingerprint on your destiny. He will make it so undeniable that even your enemies will have to say, "Surely the Lord is with them." But do not let excitement make you forget the posture of gratitude. Because to open what God has given you, you must do it humbly. The door He is unlocking is not a trophy, it is a trust. You have been chosen not to boast but to bless, not to collect blessings but to carry light. Every gift He places in your hands is meant to heal the world through your obedience. So when He says, "Open it quickly," it's not for your entertainment, it's for His glory. There are lives attached to your obedience. There are destinies waiting on your yes. There are prayers from strangers being answered through your courage. So move, chosen one, move with reverence, move with joy, move with urgency. Because the world is waiting for what you carry. Do you understand that you are the vessel? You are the fulfillment of generations of prayers. Your grandmother's tears watered the soil of your calling. Your ancestors' endurance paved the path you now walk. You are the manifestation of divine promises made long before you took your first breath. That is why the enemy tried so hard to silence you. That is why your life has felt heavier than others, because you carry legacy. But today God says the weight you carry turns into wings. You will no longer drag your purpose. You will soar in it. Every limitation that chained your spirit is snapping. Every curse that lingered in your bloodline is breaking. Every voice that told you you're not enough is being drowned by the thunder of heaven declaring, "They are mine." And when heaven declares ownership, hell loses access. The things that tormented you in the night, the fears that whispered failure into your dreams, they cannot follow you where God is taking you. The moment you open that door, everything shifts. The light inside you will outshine every shadow that once intimidated you. You are stepping into a season where favor becomes your language and miracles become your rhythm. You won't have to chase what's yours anymore. It will chase you. You won't have to prove yourself anymore. Your presence will be proof enough. Because when God ordains something, it carries a fragrance no imitation can replicate. You will be known not by what you have, but by the glow of what you've survived. There will be moments when this new season feels overwhelming. Blessings can be as heavy as burdens, but remember, grace has been stitched into your every breath. You were born for this. The world may marvel at how you endure. But endurance is not your struggle, it is your gift. You know how to bend without breaking, how to cry without quitting, how to love even after being unloved. That is divine resilience, that is the mark of the chosen. So when the blessings pour in, when the miracles unfold, when the door bursts open, do not shrink, stand tall. Lift your chin and whisper, "I am ready, Lord." Because humility is not denial of greatness, it is acknowledgement of its source. God trusts you because He knows you won't misuse what He gives. You will honor it. You will multiply it. You will let it testify. Chosen one, the time of hiddenness has ended. The cocoon has served its purpose. You will not be overlooked anymore. God is unveiling you. You will be seen, not for fame but for function. Your light will not flicker in corners anymore, it will stand on mountains. Your name will travel places your feet have not yet been. Because your anointing speaks louder than your presence. People will find healing in your words, peace in your silence, and faith in your story. You will not have to announce your arrival, heaven will do it for you. Because when God says starts now, no man, no doubt, no devil can cancel it. The decree has been made, and your life is about to testify that divine timing is always worth the wait. So breathe, inhale destiny, exhale fear. Let your spirit stretch wide enough to hold what's coming. God is expanding you internally before He blesses you externally. You will feel the stretching, it may ache, but it's holy. The stretch means you're growing into the shape of your assignment. Don't resist it, surrender to the expansion. Every uncomfortable shift is a sign that heaven is making room inside you. You prayed for overflow, but overflow cannot come to vessels that refuse to expand. Let Him stretch your faith, your vision, your compassion. Let Him make you uncomfortable enough to transform. Because comfort never births greatness. And familiarity never births miracles. And when you finally open it, whatever it is for you, the business, the ministry, the relationship, the book, the dream, the calling, open it with faith, not fear. Open it with the trembling joy of one who knows heaven's eyes are watching. Open it knowing that your obedience in this moment will echo for generations. You are not just unlocking a season, you are unlocking lineage. What you start now will ripple into eternity. Someone will find freedom because you said yes today. Someone will find faith because you chose to begin. Someone will find God because you dared to open what was meant for you. This is not small. This is sacred. This is divine alignment unfolding in real time. The earth has waited for your awakening. Creation itself groans for the manifestation of those who know who they are in God. You are not random, you are revelation. The light you carry has been assigned to specific darkness. And when you open it quickly, that light will scatter shadows that have ruled too long. For you are not walking into the future. You are fulfilling it. You are not chasing purpose, you are embodying it. The glory of God is resting upon you like morning dew, quiet but undeniable. Every step you take from this day forward is a sermon in motion. Every word you speak will carry the weight of heaven. Every prayer you whisper will open gates. The anointing you carry cannot be stolen, sold, or silenced. It is eternal. And so, beloved, rise. Rise like dawn that refuses to be hidden. Rise knowing you have survived what was meant to end you. Rise because the time of crawling has passed and the hour of soaring has arrived. Let the winds of God lift you higher than fear, higher than doubt, higher than the memories of failure. Do not measure your future by your past. The past was the seed. The future is the harvest, and the harvest is now ripe. Reach out your hands and receive it. Hear the voice of God again. It starts now. Open it quickly. Do not question how. Do not reason why. Just trust that what He starts, He sustains. The same hand that opened the Red Sea is opening doors before you. The same voice that calmed the storm is commanding peace over your life. The same Spirit that raised the dead is resurrecting your purpose. You cannot miss what's already been marked for you. So go with grace, with courage, with expectation. Go knowing that the heavens are cheering for you. Go and open what's yours, not timidly, but triumphantly. Because this is not the beginning of another struggle, this is the beginning of your reign. You are stepping into divine authority, divine provision, divine clarity. You will move with such favor that it will confuse those who once pitied you. You will shine with such peace that it will silence every rumor. And through it all your heart will remain soft, your soul anchored, your spirit aligned. Because you know who gave it all. You know who said the words that changed everything. It starts now. Let those words echo in your bones. Let them become the rhythm of your heartbeat. Let them be the song that wakes you each morning. For the rest of your days, carry them as a seal upon your destiny. Whenever fear whispers, remind yourself it starts now. Whenever delay tries to return, say it starts now. Whenever doubt creeps in, shout it into the atmosphere, it starts now. Because every time you declare it, heaven agrees. Every time you speak it, the universe rearranges itself to align with God's will for you. You are not waiting on it anymore, it is waiting on you. So open it quickly, chosen one. The promise has arrived. The miracle has matured. The word has become flesh. The time is not near. It is here, and God smiles upon you, whispering once more with infinite love and unstoppable power. It starts now. And yet, chosen one, even as the heavens roar with divine urgency, I must tell you this truth: the miracle is not only in the opening, it is in the becoming. God is not simply handing you something to hold, He is shaping you into something that holds power. The blessing is not just in your hands, it is in your identity. You will come to understand that what you have been through was not to prepare you for possessions, but for transformation. God does not give crowns to those who seek them. He gives them to those who have learned to kneel. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak carved humility into your spirit, so that when the time came for elevation, your heart would know how to stay grounded in grace. This is why you are ready now, because you have learned that power without love is destruction, and blessings without gratitude are empty. So when God says it starts now, He is not only announcing a new season, He is anointing a new you. Do not fear the pace of change that is coming, for when divine acceleration begins, it will feel like the earth is spinning faster beneath your feet. You will wake one morning and realize that what used to burden you no longer has power. Old wounds will suddenly feel healed. Old names will lose their hold. Old fears will sound foreign in your ears. That's how you'll know the shift is real. God will not just open doors outside of you, He will unlock chambers within you that you never knew existed. Your capacity for peace will deepen. Your discernment will sharpen. Your words will begin to carry weight. You will speak and hearts will soften. You will move and the atmosphere will change. Because when heaven authorizes your voice, Creation must listen. That is the authority of the chosen. You must understand this journey was never about proving your worth, it was about discovering it. For too long, you tried to earn love, earn recognition, earn belonging. But heaven does not operate on merit, it moves by mercy. You were loved before you performed. You were chosen before you achieved. You were anointed before anyone noticed. The divine does not wait for perfection to bestow purpose. It calls the broken, the overlooked, the scarred, the silent, and turns them into signs and wonders. That is your story. That is why the command is urgent: open it quickly. Because while you hesitate, others are praying for what your obedience will release. Your breakthrough is not just for you. It's for everyone connected to your name. When you move generations. When you heal bloodlines. When you rise, others see it's possible to rise too. And yes, it will be heavy sometimes. Elevation always costs comfort. You will have days when the calling feels too vast, when you wonder if you are strong enough to carry the fire inside you. But remember, God does not choose the strong. He strengthens the chosen. Every time you take a trembling step forward, angels reinforce the ground beneath you. You are not walking alone, you are walking accompanied by divine orchestration. Even in silence, God is speaking. Even in confusion, He is constructing. When it feels like you are walking blind, it's because He wants you to trust His hand more than your sight. The path of the chosen is rarely straight. It bends to protect you from shortcuts that would sabotage your growth. So if it feels uncertain, it's because you're walking through a mystery meant only for you. Trust it, it's holy. The moment you open what's yours, you will also open a floodgate of revelation. You will begin to see how the hand of God was weaving all things together behind the veil. You'll see that what the enemy meant for destruction was repurposed into instruction. You'll see that the nights you thought were wasted were actually wombs birthing wisdom. You'll see that the people who left were never meant to stay, and those who stayed were handpicked by heaven. There will be such clarity that you will weep, not from pain but from recognition. You will look back and whisper, "It all makes sense now," and that whisper will be worship. Because worship is not always a song, it's often a sigh of surrender when the plan finally reveals its beauty. This is why you cannot open it casually. You must open it with reverence, for what you're unlocking is sacred. It's not a job, it's a mantle. It's not an opportunity, it's an assignment. You are stepping into divine territory, and when you do, everything you touch will bear fruit. Your words will not return void. Your work will not be in vain. You will find that provision follows purpose like a shadow. You won't need to chase resources. They will find you, because heaven funds what heaven starts. God never sends a soldier into battle without armor, and He never sends a servant into calling without supply. So fear not the lack of what you think you need. He has already gone before you, setting every table, preparing every heart, aligning every detail. You have cried enough tears over closed doors. Now is the hour to smile at the open ones. But remember this: do not confuse speed with success. Divine timing is not about rushing. It's about readiness. Move quickly in obedience, but slowly in pride. Don't run so fast toward your new beginning that you forget to thank God for the ending. Gratitude is the currency of grace. Every time you stop to say, "Thank you, Lord," heaven releases more favor. Because God cannot resist a grateful heart, it reminds Him of Eden before the fall. So be thankful, chosen one. Be thankful for the heartbreak that shaped you, the silence that refined you, the detours that protected you. Be thankful that He did not give you what you wanted when you wanted it, because had He done so, you would have settled for less than what He promised. Now, what is coming is not a compromise, it's a covenant fulfilled. The world will soon see a glow about you, something they cannot explain but cannot ignore. They will call it luck, but you will know its lineage. Divine favor flowing through the veins of destiny. Your name will be spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your presence will carry peace like perfume. Your resilience will inspire others to believe again. And when people ask you how it happened, you will simply say, "God said, it starts now." That one sentence will become your testimony. You won't need to justify your breakthrough. The fruit of your obedience will speak louder than any explanation. And those who once doubted you will become witnesses of the impossible made real. Do not forget mercy in your rising. Do not lose kindness in your victory. The true mark of divine favor is not how high you climb, but how gently you lift others. Use your platform as a pulpit of compassion. Speak healing into wounded hearts. Extend grace even when it's not returned, for the same mercy that lifted you will multiply when you give it away. The more love you pour, the more space God creates for overflow. You will not run dry when you give from the well of grace. That is the secret of the chosen. You are never empty because your source is eternal. So keep pouring. Even when it feels costly, every drop of kindness sown in silence will return as rain in your next drought. There will come a moment soon, perhaps sooner than you think, when you will stand in the place you once dreamed of. And it will not feel like fantasy. It will feel like fulfillment. You will recognize the scent of answered prayer. You will stand there, tears glistening on your face, realizing that the season you begged for has become your reality. And in that holy stillness, you will hear it again, that same voice, warm as sunrise, whispering, "See, I told you it would start." And you will smile because now you understand every weight, every wound, every whispered prayer was worth it. Heaven always keeps its word even when the earth forgets its promise. So carry this truth as armor. Every moment from here is sacred. Nothing is random anymore. Every conversation, every connection, every decision is part of a divine map leading you deeper into destiny. You will no longer stumble, you will stride. You will no longer survive, you will thrive. And through it all, you will remember that this was never about being perfect. It was about being willing. Willing to trust when you couldn't trace. Willing to open when fear screamed shut. Willing to believe that maybe, just maybe, God still writes miracles into ordinary lives, and now you are living proof that He does. Chosen one, it starts now. Open it quickly. Do not let this moment pass while you debate if you are worthy. You are not opening a door, you are opening a covenant. You are stepping into the fulfillment of every divine word ever spoken over your life. The earth has shifted to make room for you. The angels have gathered to watch you rise. Heaven's light is descending, and the voice of the Eternal is still speaking, clear, loving, unstoppable, saying, "Go on, my beloved, open it quickly. For I have waited long enough to see you shine." And as you do, every star in the universe will seem to shimmer in agreement, as if creation itself exhales with joy and whispers alongside you, "It starts now." And when the world tries to pull you back into old patterns, when doubt creeps in through the cracks of your confidence, you must remember, God's timing is not man's timing. The whisper you hear now, the one that echoes, "It starts now," is the sound of divine alignment. Heaven has reached into your story, and no force can undo what God has already written. You may not see the full picture yet, but even a seed knows that in the dark life begins. The soil does not suffocate it, it shapes it. The rain does not drown it, it feeds it. The wind does not break it, it strengthens its roots. So do not curse the storms that have come against you. They were never your destruction, they were your preparation. Every tear that has touched your face watered a dream that heaven refused to let die. Every rejection was redirection. Every closed door was divine protection. Every silence was God's way of saying, "Wait, child, not yet, but soon." And now, as soon has arrived. Now the clock strikes destiny. Now the wait is over. It starts now. Open it quickly. The life you prayed for, the healing you cried for, the purpose you begged to understand, all of it stands waiting, trembling with divine energy, longing to be lived through you. You have carried so much for so long. You have walked through years that made no sense. You've held on to faith when your hands were shaking. You've smiled through pain because you believed one day God would make sense of it all. And here you stand, weary but not broken, scarred but not defeated. Tired but still standing. That, my dear, is proof that grace carried you even when your legs failed. And now that same grace will crown you. God is saying, "Child, the delay was divine. I was not denying you, I was developing you." He was not silent, he was strategizing. He was weaving gold into the thread of your story while the world thought you were forgotten. Every lonely night was a classroom. Every unanswered prayer was a lesson. Every moment you felt unseen, heaven was taking notes. You were never abandoned. You were being hidden until the appointed time. And that appointed time has come. God is saying, "For it starts now." The book of your purpose is being opened, and every page will testify of how the darkness could not destroy you. The enemy thought you were finished, but you were only in incubation. The world thought you were quiet, but you were in conversation with the divine. You were becoming something sacred, and now, the command has been spoken, rise. Do not shrink when God calls you higher. Do not apologize for the light you carry. There is no humility in hiding the brilliance of God's hand upon you. You have walked in shadows long enough. Now the light calls your name. Stand tall in it. This is not arrogance. This is obedience. You were not chosen to be silent. You were chosen to shake the ground beneath your feet with the sound of faith. You were not chosen to blend in. You were chosen to stand out so that others might find courage in your fire. You were not chosen to be ordinary. You were chosen to remind the world that God still performs miracles in human form. Look at yourself, living proof that survival can be holy, that hope can wear your face. There is something extraordinary in the way you breathe after every heartbreak. There is something divine in how you still believe, even when you've been broken. You are not here by chance, you are here by calling. Every breath is permission. Every heartbeat is an assignment. God is saying, do it now, speak now, move now, believe now, because if not now, when? The world has waited for your courage. The heavens are watching for your yes, and perhaps you fear what will come next. You fear the unknown, the cost, the weight of walking with purpose. But hear me. Obedience has always been the doorway to miracles. When God says open it quickly, He is not inviting hesitation, He is commanding trust. He is saying, I've already prepared the path, you only need to step. Faith is not knowing what lies ahead, it's believing that wherever you step the ground will rise to meet your feet. And God, in His infinite tenderness, has already gone before you. The battles that frightened you, He's already won them. The mountains that intimidated you, He's already moved them. The tears you thought were wasted, He's already turned them into oil for your anointing. So when He says, it starts now, understand this: you are not walking into a battle, you are walking into victory. You are not entering a storm, you are stepping into revelation. You are not fighting for favor, you are stepping into the favor that has been waiting for you all along. You see, the enemy only fights what threatens him. The reason the road was so rough is because hell knew your potential. Demons recognized your name long before you recognized your calling. That's why they tried to suffocate your confidence, distort your identity, distract your focus. But God preserved you. Through it all, you never lost the spark. Even when your flame dimmed, it never went out. And now that same spark is being fanned into fire. The same people who overlooked you will not understand this glow on your face, this strength in your spirit, this calm in your eyes. But you don't owe them an explanation. You owe God your obedience. This next chapter is sacred, and not everyone is meant to read it with you. Some people were meant only for the construction of your pain, not the celebration of your promise. Let them go with grace, for you are walking into a future that demands your full attention, your full devotion, your full faith. The old you was a survivor, the new you is a conqueror. The old you waited for miracles, the new you will perform them. So breathe deeply. Feel the shift. Heaven is pouring something new into your spirit. God is rewriting the rhythm of your days. He's untangling what once felt impossible. He's restoring what time tried to steal. He's realigning what the world broke. The waiting season is closing. The breaking season is ending. The unveiling has begun. And you, chosen one, are standing at the threshold. Can you feel it? That trembling in your chest, that ache in your bones. It's the sound of destiny waking up inside you. The key has been handed to you. Open it quickly. There's a door that leads to everything you've prayed for. And behind it, there is peace that will silence every storm, joy that will heal every wound, favor that will chase you down, love that will not let you go. You were never behind, you were simply being positioned. God did not delay your story, He perfected its timing. And now you are ready. Heaven is saying, the earth is echoing, move. And your soul is whispering, yes, it's time. So go ahead, open it quickly. Step through. The future you've dreamed of is not coming, it's here. It starts now. Waiting to become chosen. You are chosen to become. Heaven has already signed your name in light. The delay was never denial, only preparation for divine unveiling. The angels have already stepped into formation. The wind has already begun to carry your name into spaces beyond your imagination. You have entered a moment where heaven's yes is louder than every earthly no, and this time, nothing will stop what God has started. This is not the beginning of something small, this is the unveiling of something sacred. Every prayer that once seemed to echo unanswered through the night sky has been collected, woven together, and released in one divine moment, and that moment is now. You will not miss it, because you are aligned with it. It was written in your spirit long before you could read it with your eyes. You will begin to notice signs, subtle at first, then unmistakable, a peace that surpasses understanding, a door that opens without struggle, a word that finds you when you need it most. These are not coincidences, for they are confirmations. God is not playing hide and seek with your destiny. He is guiding you with precision. The things that once confused you will begin to connect like constellations, forming a picture of purpose so radiant that it takes your breath away. Every hardship will make sense. Every loss will reveal its lesson. Every silence will echo with meaning. You will realize that the wilderness was never punishment. It was preparation for the promised land. And now, standing on the edge of breakthrough, your spirit knows. It starts now. When God says open it quickly, He is not speaking to your hands alone. He is speaking to your faith. There are promises that will not manifest until you participate. You cannot just wait, you must act. You cannot just pray, you must prepare. Faith without movement is merely memory, but faith that moves brings manifestation. So open it quickly. Open your heart to receive, open your mind to believe, Open your mouth to declare. The heavens are waiting for your agreement. You are not a bystander in this miracle. You are a co-creator with the divine. God will send the wind, but you must lift the sail. He will part the waters, but you must take the step. He will open the door, but you must walk through. Do not let hesitation be the thief of destiny. Fear has delayed enough. Doubt has silenced enough. Shame has stolen enough. It's time to stand in the full stature of who you were born to be. And when you do, when you take that holy step, you will feel it, the surge of divine confidence, the unmistakable awareness that you are no longer walking alone. You will sense heaven's breath in your lungs, divine purpose pulsing through your veins. Every step will carry authority, every word will carry weight. You will begin to speak and watch mountains tremble, because when you speak from obedience, the earth must respond. You will no longer chase opportunities. They will chase you, drawn to the frequency of your faith. You will find that miracles don't happen to you, they happen through you. For you are no longer a vessel waiting to be filled. You are a river being unleashed, and as you flow, everything that has been blocked will break. Every curse will crumble. Every burden will lift, because when divine timing meets divine obedience, no chain can survive the sound of freedom. Do not fear the enormity of what God is doing. His blessings will not drown you, they will baptize you. They will cleanse you of everything small and fearful that ever lived inside you. You will not be overwhelmed, you will be overtaken by peace, by clarity, by divine acceleration. Doors that were sealed for years will swing open as if they were waiting for this exact moment. Hearts that once resisted will suddenly receive. Paths that were hidden will appear beneath your feet as light unfolds step by step. You will not have to strive, you will simply flow in alignment. This is the ease that comes when grace replaces grind. This is the harvest after the hidden season of planting tears. And oh, how heaven celebrates when you rise. Angels rejoice not because of your perfection, but because of your perseverance. They watched you bleed and still believe. They saw you stumble but refused to surrender. And now, as the trumpet of divine timing sounds, heaven declares that your endurance has been recognized. You did not break, you bloomed. You did not fade, you found faith. And faith, dear chosen one, is what moves eternity in your favor. Every tear became testimony, every trial became training, every disappointment became direction. And now, you are standing in the fullness of divine readiness. The weight of waiting has lifted, and in its place stands the mantle of manifestation. This is the sacred shift, the moment your spirit catches up to your prophecy. The moment you realize that you are not waiting on God. God was waiting on you to believe without boundaries, to trust without trembling, to open without overthinking. So open it quickly, for delay dishonors destiny. Heaven's rhythm has reached your doorstep. The clouds are full, the rain is ready, the promise is ripe. Do not let hesitation keep you hungry when the feast is already prepared. Open it quickly, and as you do, you will feel it, the release. The divine alignment of everything that was meant for you but was held until this exact breath in time. And when it pours, it will